Hey Mercury family, this is Tom Rowland from Saltwater Experience, and today we're going to talk about one knot that you can use. You can learn it right now, and it's going to satisfy about 95% of all fishing situations in freshwater, saltwater, anything you want to do. I'm not saying it's the best knot, but it probably is definitely the most versatile knot, and if you only have one knot to know, this is it. So for the purposes of this, we're going to use a really big hook and some really heavy line, and I'm going to move around so that you can see this over a black background. But this line is going to represent braid, fluorocarbon, monofilament, whatever you want, and this would be your lure. And this is how to tie on a lure with a Uni Knot. Okay, so we'll just thread this through the lure or whatever you're trying to tie on. The trick with a Uni Knot is you want to give yourself plenty of line to work with. So I like to have something about like that. And now what we're going to do is we're just going to take the tag end and we're just going to make a loop right here. Okay, so you have the loop going through the line, and then I'm just making a loop like this right there. Okay, follow that so far? So now all I have to do is wrap this around 4 times or 5 times. 4. So you see how it made that, and I'm just going to pull on just the tag end. With monofilament it'll kind of slide down. With this I have to kind of help it a little bit. Okay, so now I have the Uni Knot pulled down, and I can adjust this loop anywhere I want by tightening the tag end where I want to adjust the loop. So if I want to bring this down a little bit and I want to leave a small loop like that, I would just take my pliers and I would pull on this tag end, and it would hold that loop just like that. I would just trim this off. And that one's ready to go fishing. So that's how you use the Uni Knot to your lure. Now a lot of people will use a short leader like this, or a leader of any length, and then want to tie fluorocarbon or monofilament to a braided line. And this knot's perfect for that too. So what I'll do is I'll just cut this right here as if this was our our leader. And then I have some other line here, this red line. And let's say this is our braided line. I'm going to lay the lines parallel to one another. And I'm going to do exactly the same thing I did before. I'm going to make this loop like that, and I'm going to wrap around both the white line and the red line. 1, 2. We're just going to do 3 times with this heavy stuff, but if you're out there fishing, it's probably going to be more like about 4 or 5 times. So I pull that down. Now I still have this tag end out here, okay? So what I'm going to do is on this side, I'm going to do the same thing. Roll that into a circle. 1, 2, 3, 4 times here. The same exact knot that I tied on this side. And I'm going to pull this down tight. So now I have 1 Uni Knot here and 1 Uni Knot here. And as I pull the standing line, these knots come and jam together like this. Okay, so this is called a double uni. And you can tie, this is exactly the same knot that I tied the lure on, but then I tied 2 of them together, and you can tie any kind of line together. This could be fluorocarbon to braid, this could be monofilament to monofilament, fluorocarbon to fluorocarbon, anything you want to do. This is a really good knot for that. And again, I would just cut these tags like this. So there's one knot. This would go over the reel, and we would reel in all of our line. And then to tie a leader on, we'd use a double Uni Knot. And then to tie the lure on, you use a single uni. So there's one knot. You know, a lot of people are really, intimidated about the number of knots, and there are a tremendous number of knots. And if you ask any fisherman, they'll tell you that all different opinions. But for the sake of simplicity, you can tie one knot, the Uni Knot, and it's a very, very strong knot that'll satisfy most fishing situations. That's a great knot to get started with, so you can feel confident with that. I hope that get you back out there on the water and catch some fish, whether that's freshwater or saltwater.